Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw short version. I'm sick, I can't do a long version of Raw. I'm just going to give you a basic overview of what I thought of the show. It was shit. I wasn't sure how Raw was going to start in the beginning of 2015 because of how Raw ended in 2014. Like I said in my review, instead of them leaving the Authority out and just letting Seth Rollins have his moment alone with J&J Security and maybe Brock Lesnar and a Big Show and shaking the hand of Paul Heyman, the Authority comes out and I believe they ruined it 100%. That was a stupid thing. Next to Seth Rollins talking too fucking much. So when it came to this show, and I saw most of it, because how I feel, I hadn't had a chance to see all of it. But for most of what I saw, it was a bad show. Opening of the show was too fucking lengthy. The middle of the show was stupid. Few things I enjoyed in the show. Seeing Naomi with the Usos, I did enjoy until I found out that she's no longer on Total Divas. Sorry. Naomi's no longer on Total Divas. She's gone. She decided to leave so she can focus more on her wrestling. I understand that, so that upsets the fuck out of me. She was the main reason I was watching it, so she's gone. Maybe I'll see how Alicia Fox is. Maybe Paige. But after seeing Paige as a very stupid girl, I don't know. But essentially speaking, this show was very, very bad. The ending, well, I'll put it to you like this. Seeing all four of the guys who fought against the Authority at Survivor Series get their asses handed to them so stupidly. I can understand Triple H and Stephanie wanting to get revenge on everybody. That's understandable. But using Kane is a dumb move. That was a stupid fucking move. It was. I'm sorry. Seeing how Bad News Barrett, who just came back as a fucking face, and he could have had great traction with that fucking face turn right into a heel, go for a 2 out of 3 fall with Dolph, which is stupid, and wins the fucking belt like that. Instead of letting Bad News Barrett come back as a face, and people wanted to see him as a face and say, I got some bad news. I'm going to take on all the bad people that are out there and show them what a real bullhammer elbow is. Ah! No. He comes back as he did before and worse. They're going to drop him in a couple of weeks. And he's going to be absolutely nothing with the fucking belt if he even keeps it. And the only thing I'm sure a lot of people thought was the best of the show was the ambulance match between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. But let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be 100% honest here. When you look at that match and you hear the crowd, there was almost no real backing to it. Nearing the end, yeah, there was a certain amount of backing to the entire match. But it should have been more substantial throughout the entire match itself, from the beginning to the middle, halfway into the end, and just barely at the end did it get some level of traction. But then Bray Wyatt wins. And when you really think about it, ladies and gentlemen, if you're objective enough, Bray Wyatt winning this match shouldn't have happened. Honestly, the match should never happen at all. Because Dean Ambrose has beaten the shit out of Bray Wyatt so many times and has won so many times, even though the other matches he won, it made no sense to continue this feud. There's nothing to this feud. And Bray Wyatt is so weak as a character. Winning this, where's it going to get him? I've heard the Sleg Daddy and a couple other people talk about Bray Wyatt facing The Undertaker instead of facing Sting, which should be the marquee of WrestleMania. Who cares? I'm sorry. This would have been relevant last year if Bray Wyatt had the opportunity going against The Undertaker. It's not there. I'm sorry, it isn't. If you want to see Bray Wyatt face The Undertaker, wish for it on a Raw, not on a WrestleMania 31. Because I don't see shit from that. The only way they can make Bray Wyatt... Excuse me, I'm sick. The only way to make Bray Wyatt really viable, let The Undertaker become his fucking manager. The Undertaker doesn't have to wrestle anymore. He's done. He can't wrestle for shit. And I'm not insulting The Undertaker by saying he can't wrestle for shit. He just can't wrestle anymore. If he wrestles now, it's going to taint his legacy. Unless it's with Sting, which people have been screaming for more than a decade. Let Sting face The Undertaker. Then and only then will it be viable. Other than that, anybody else, The Undertaker's just done. If he faces Bray Wyatt, it's shit. Make him his manager and it actually would go somewhere. The Undertaker could still talk. And I believe that would be the best option. But when you look at this show, it was shit. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd dressed up as mimes with no faces, becoming rosebuds, and attacking New Day for what? They were supposed to get more traction by themselves with Natalya with the big titties, who I do like. I don't know why they can't get this stuff straightened out. I love those titties. They look nice. I don't mean to be insulting, ladies. And anyone's there, I'm just being honest as a man. A beautiful woman with two men that usually will get some traction. And they switch that to a Adam Rose who has no traction whatsoever. He's not doing anything with the Bunny. They're not doing anything with the Exotic Express. And then you make that happen with New Day, who's not doing anything either, instead of them being heel. This was a terribly garbagey show. And I can't give it anything good. Even seeing my Naomi, and I love Naomi. I'm sorry, I just can't give this a good praise or anything. This was a terrible show. This was a shitty show. Give me a reason why I'm wrong. I am sick, so maybe my objectivity is skewed. But when you look at this show, the ending of the show with John Cena, and then Dolph is supposedly fired, Ryback is supposedly fired, and who else? Eric Rowan is fired. The three guys that are supposedly the future of the business, they need to do something with, and they think the best way to get them over is to fire all of them. In a way that looks stupid. It would have been better at the beginning of the show. Call all three of them in the ring and say you're fired. And then do something with them before they leave. This was just cheesy. It makes John Cena more irrelevant than those three guys that have a better option than him because he's been there more than a decade. This is a shitty show. And that's my review of it. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Please give me a comment below. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I can't do my debate of the week. Hopefully, maybe later I will. And I'll see if I can see Impact. I don't know how I'm going to see Impact because I don't have Destination America. I'll see if I can find a live stream somewhere and then I can do a review of it. You guys have a good day and have a good night. Peace. Love y'all.